Hello, everyone. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. This is independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Teresa Harper coming to you live from Oregon in the United States. Tonight is not going to be a card tutorial. We are going to be doing a preview of my pre-order from the January to April mini catalog by Stampin' Up! And we're going to go over all those things that I purchased in advance so that you can get an idea of what things look like and decide whether those items are of interest to you. Okay, so we'll wait for everyone to jump on, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Let's see, when you jump on, go ahead and let me know you're here. And we'll see how things go, just so you know I am here. Just waiting to see if anyone jumps on. And I can watch the comments here. And let's see. Hello, Laura. Thank you for joining. I was able to spend just a little bit of time today making a couple of samples using some of the pre-order items. Things have been a little crazy. I made a trip to the Portland airport today to pick up Caitlin's boyfriend coming in from New York. And yesterday I had to make a grocery shopping run. Tuesday we did our Christmas celebration because the kids were all sick over Christmas. So let's go ahead. We'll see who gets started. These are the two brochures that the pre-order is from. I've got the mini catalog January to April 2024, and I've got the celebration brochure. Everything in this brochure cannot be purchased. It has to be earned for free, and there are two levels of items in here. There is the level 1, which you can choose any of the level 1 items with a $50 purchase, and any of the level 2 items can be purchased with a purchase of $100. That is incremental, so you can keep adding it up. If you do 150, then you can take 3 $50 level 1s, or you can take 1 level 2 and 1 level 1. Your choice on how that goes. Hello, Jennifer. If you guys can hear me good, give me a thumbs up, because I got a little bit of a click and I'm not sure if my microphone is working very well. So just give me a quick thumbs up and let me know, yes, you can hear me and everything's good. I cannot show you the inside of this catalog. Okay. I didn't see a thumbs up, so does that mean that you cannot hear me? Let's see. I'm going to type in a comment here. Can you hear okay? And then we'll see how that goes. Thumbs up. Okay, well, let's just get started. And if you can't hear, better let me know. All right. So we're going to start with the hot air balloon suite. And what I have from that And that is on page 33 in your catalogs if you have them on hand. Oh, good. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate that. Okay, so out of the hot air balloon suite, we have the hot air stamp set. It's photopolymer. There's 12 stamps, and then you get 16 dies, and those look like that. You've got all these pieces to make the hot air balloons. Now, some of these will cut out the images here. Okay, and you can cut these. Whoops. And then you've got some extra pieces. You've got a banner piece that will cut those. And then you've got some clouds and some other pieces. This is a basket, although it looks like a shuttlecock for badminton. Might have to try using that for something. And then you've got the basket pieces. You can cut out the stamped image of both of these size baskets, or you can piece together a basket, and that's what this is for. Okay, so that's that. Let me put these pieces back so I don't lose them. That would be terrible. All right, and then to go along with that suite, we've got some designer series paper. And these, you get 8 sheets of each design, so 48 total. They're double-sided, so you get 6 double-sided designs, and as I said, 8 sheets of each one. Okay, see if I can get that back in there easily. Okay, good. Yay. Okay, that worked out good. Okay, and then we've got the rainbow, adhesive-backed rainbow dots, and these come in Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, Petal Pink, Lemon Lolly, Azure Afternoon, Bubble Bath, Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia. You get 20 of each of the 8 colors in 10 each in 4 millimeter and 6 millimeter. So that's what those look like. Okay. And then also in that suite is some Baker's Twine. It's called the Baker's Twine 3-color pack. It comes in Flirty Flamingo, Lemon Lolly, and Balmy Blue. And I did manage to quickly make a card using that suite. And this is the designer series paper. And this sentiment, holding you close, comes from another stamp set called Enduring Beauty, and we'll go over that in a minute. Okay, so I tried to make a card to show you that yes, you've got all those hot air balloons, but you can make a card that's not hot air balloon related, so it's far more versatile than just doing hot air balloons. So there's my card using that suite. All right, so next I have the cutest cows. And let me see if I can figure out what page that's on. If I had been a little bit better, page 53, if I hadn't run to the airport today, I would have been a little more organized and have these in order of the catalog. So page 53 is the cows, and you get 24 photopolymer stamps, and then you can get the cow builder punch to go along with. Okay, so I used this on a card as well today, and excuse me, for this card Did not use the cows at all because, again, I wanted to show you that it's not just for making cow cards. So I took the little milk can here and the little sunflower there. Excuse me. That. And then the thank you also comes from this set. And then I used the triple sunflower stamp on the inside and put the little things you do make such a big difference. Okay, this designer series paper comes from the delightfully eclectic pack of paper from the annual catalog. And this die here that I've stamped this on, this is from a set coming up from, well, Fern Bundle. Okay, so there's that. I better get myself another bucket. Otherwise, I'm going to have a mess here. And then we're not going to have room for anything. So hang on for 1 minute while I get that started so I don't end up with the huge crafter math. Okay. So here is Easter lilies. This is a photopolymer stamp set. It you can purchase it as a bundle with the Easter lily dies. I did not get a chance to play with these, but these images here, these images are at 80%, so this will cut here, and this one's going to cut here, and you've got die for this, and for these leaves here, and then for this lily here. And then these dies will build you a lily along with the leaves. Okay, so that's going to be really fun to work with. And you'll see some cards at a later date using this bundle. And now I don't know how I'm going to put it back together because it's very tight on my sheet. So let's stick these up here for now. And I will figure out that puzzle later. We'll put those away. Okay, so we've got that. And our next product bundle is the Enduring Beauty set. And that is on page, let's see, Enduring Beauty is on page 38 of the catalog. This is kind of a unique bundle because this comes in, when you purchase the bundle, you get the Enduring Beauty stamp set, the decorative masks, and the dies. Now, all three of these can be purchased separately, but when you purchase it as a bundle, you save 10% over the total cost of all three items. Okay, so there's 10 dies, and this die will cut out this large image here, and actually it goes this way. This is at, the image on the stamp case is at 90%, so not full size. And then I'm guessing these, nope, they're not going to fit. Well, maybe they will. Cut those. Because that's at 90%, not full size. Plus you get this sentiment die, which will fit, all these labels will cut everything, but it's always been you. Okay, so we've got that. And the way these masks work, you've got 5 sets of masks, so you can stamp your image, and then you're going to put your mask on, and you'll be able to color in the flowers, and then you'll switch out the mask, color in the leaves, switch out and color in these other parts, the detailed parts, and then you've got some other details here, and then the flower centers. Okay, it's hard to tell because this image is not at full size, and I should probably have stamped that so that you could see that. You know what? We've got time to do that. Let's just do it. Let's pull this out. We'll grab a piece of white. Hang on, I gotta set down my thing here. I'm gonna use my Stamparatus for this because that is a very large image, and I tend to use my Stamparatus with a large image. So I'm just going to put this in here, stamp this down. You could use any stamp positioning tool you already own. The Stamparatus I know is discontinued, but I'm not giving mine up. So there are others still on the market that you could purchase that will work the same way. Or you can use a large block. I just don't like to use a large block. I have a hard time holding on to them. Okay, so there we go. Got that. Let me clean that off so it doesn't get all over my block. Okay. And then you'll be able to see exactly how that works. Put this back in here the way it belongs. There we go. All right. Got that. Got my sheet. All right, so now we can do this. And I can really show you how this works. Okay, so I'm going to guess this goes like this. There we go. Those are going to line up. So I've got this right. Yep, that lines up right in there. Just like that. And then we'll take number 2, and that will do those leaves. Okay, you would take some green and some, you know what? Let's just do it. Because we can. Let's take some garden green. Give me a piece of paper here. Okay. Okay, now mind you, this is super quick. So we've got those done. Okay, let's see if I can line this up the way it's supposed to go. Like so. There we are. Okay, let's go with Moody Mauve. Okay, got that. And you can do these as light or as dark as you like. Okay, got that. And then these we'll just clean off. Okay, what do we got next? Let's see how this lines up in here, like so. This one might be a bit tricky. Well, let's look at this again real quick here. Okay, then we'll line that up like that and pull that off. It's got these little curves up here that show you how to put that. And see how much better that is when I did that, because you want to mark it up there. Okay, so what do we got here? We need to go with something a little bit darker. I'm just going to use the Moody Mauve again, because with an extra layer, it'll just make that section just a little bit darker. Okay, so we've got that. And then we've got to put, this will be the leaf veins. So we've got to line that up just like that. Okay, let's go back with the garden green again. You know what? I'm going to use Mossy Meadow this time, just to really make that stand out. Okay. This one would probably be better with a small brush, just because I could get into those sections a little bit easier. There we go. So now we've got our two-tone on our leaves, and then we need to position this kind of like this. Of course, if we mark things like we're supposed to. Let me go back to that original. I'm going to put this one on, and I'm going to do this again, so that I've got these lined up, and then I don't have to fuss with it so much. Okay, so that looks about right. Now here I'm actually going to take an early espresso. I'm going to see how this looks. And hopefully I've got that on there right, because I really should have marked those so they'll stay. Okay, so let's just put some dark in here for the center. Okay, and then we'll lift that, and there's our flower. Okay, it's really quite stunning. And look how easy that was to color. Okay, so then you've got the die that you can take and cut this out with and put it on your card. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so there you go. That's the Endearing Beauty Bundle. And now you know how it all coordinates. goes together. Now these I'll just take to the sink and run them under water and clean them off and set them to dry, and they'll be good. And of course, I'm going to set this aside, and we will make a card with this another day. All right, so hopefully that works. Okay, you liked how that worked out. That gives you a hint on how that's going to all go together. Okay, next we've got the Thoughtful Expressions bundle, and this one is a very cool stamp set. You've got dies that will coordinate with the images, so you can cut the hummingbird and the flowers. And then you've got this little sprig here you can cut. And then, of course, all these, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra. This is the flower set, 2 sets of flowers and 3 leaves. And then you have all these layering pieces that you will be able to use. And these will coordinate with your circles, with the deckled circles. And these, I'm not sure. I haven't had time to really play with this and see what all I can put together yet. But hopefully I will get a chance to do that shortly. And I'm not going to be able to figure out how I had that on there. I should have taken a picture of all these so I would know where to put stuff back. Okay, well, let's just go like that. I'll fix it later. You don't need to see me fussing with that. And this is a red rubber cling mount stamp set. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sentiments and 4 images. And then the dies are fantastic. Okay, so you're going to have something here that you can do all of these with. All right. That bundle was number 1 on my list. Okay. And we've got the perennial, I think it's called Perennial Lavender Suite, and I did not get all of it. It is called the Perennial Lavender Suite. It's on page 23, 22, 23, 24, and 25 of your catalog. I picked up the Purple Fine Shimmer Gems. These come in Berry Burst, Highland Heather, and Gorgeous Grape. The Highland Heather are at the top of this. I haven't put these in their little cases yet, so we'll just pull those out. There you go. Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Berry Burst. And you get 50 each of the 3 colors, and there's 2 sizes. So you get 25 of each size, 4 millimeter and 5 millimeter. These are fairly flat. They're not real thick. Neither are those rainbow adhesive bath gems that I showed you with the hot air balloon. So they're not going to be real bumpy. Okay, well, I can't get that to go back in quite right either, so here we go. Then we've got the Perennial Postage Set. This is one of those bundles that if you don't care for the one or the other, you could easily purchase separately. But I always love a sentiment only stamp set. This one has this is red rubber. Here for you always. I know you will get through this. Thank you for your friendship. You are loved beyond measure. It's got a Happy Mother's Day in there. And then these dies are pretty cool. So you've got all these different postage stamp dies. You've got a a die that will give you a cancellation mark for a stamp. You can make a tag, and these will give you holes. Okay, this will actually cut out a big hole for your tag. So that 12 dies, and 9 of those are labels. So you've got rectangles, squares, and then you've got this piece that isn't a postage all the way around, but just on the ends. Okay, so that's those items. And then we have the Wild Fern bundle. And this one, man, I love these dies. Here is a card that I made using this set. Now I paired these, I used the second largest of the rectangles here to cut my sentiment label piece, and then I backed it with the deckled rectangles for a little bit different. I could have used this one and made them look the same, but I chose to use deckled rectangles because I want to show you how the deckled rectangles will layer very nicely with these dies. This piece right here I cut out of the Light and Airy celebration paper. You'll see that in a few moments. And then these little fronds here, I took these 2 pieces and I cut them from some designer series paper, which you'll also see upcoming in the celebration catalog. And I cut them, and then I put them like this on my card, popped up my birds, which I cut from the paper, and then added my sentiment. This little background stamp and the sentiment both come from the Wild Ferns stamp set. Okay, there's one of those images stamped. And then here's another one of the images I stamped on the inside. This With Comfort and Love, this comes from the Very Best Occasions, I believe, and that's in the annual catalog. Okay. All right, so we've got the Wild Ferns bundle. Let's set that aside. And that is actually the last of my samples. Did not get to this. This is the mini alphabet dice. This is in the mini. It's a standalone. Let's grab I think I can do this on the mini machine. Let me grab a piece of let's grab Azure Afternoon. I'll grab that real quick. I'll grab the mini. I'll cut this at 3.5 inches just so you can see how this works. Actually, you know what? I'd be more likely to use these in black, so that's what I'm going to cut them out of. And then it'll just be there. Okay, there we go. Just so you can see the size, because I didn't get to that. Let's cut this at 3.5 inches because that's what goes through the mini machine. Okay. And let's grab the mini machine and run those through so you can see what those look like when they're cut. And then you can also see how easily they cut. Okay, so we've got plate 1 and plate 2. And then I'm going to put my paper and my die. And I'm going to put that at a bit of an angle so it runs through a bit easier. And I'm going to put plate 2 on the top again. And then I'll just run that on through. Okay. All right, and now I've got all these letters, a complete alphabet with some double letters ready to be used. Okay, so that will give you an idea of the size of those letters. Okay, so here we go. So these letters are, let's see, about 3/4 of an inch tall. Okay, so you can easily spell names on your cards, and you've got several that have extra letters. Let's see, here's B-A. Anyway, you get the idea. So now all I'll do with these is I'll take these and I'll cut them, I'll pop them out, I'll put them in a little Ziploc bag, and when I want to do a word, I've got a bunch of letters ready to go. Okay, so for the moment, I'm going to throw these up here in my little bin, and then they'll be ready to grab when I need them. And at first I thought, oh, I'm not going to get that because it was just one die, and then I thought, oh, that'd be so much better than pulling out all those tiny little dies and lining them up to cut them. So that just works better this way for me. So that's the mini alphabet die, and that is on page, oh, Jennifer, which dies were you talking about? The alphabet dies or the fern dies? Okay, so the mini alphabet die is on page 47. So don't miss that. Because it's really just a tiny little graphic. So it could be easily missed. The postage ones. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like those postage ones. Okay, so now I've got some single sets. Let's see, these are standalone sets. This is the Filled with Happiness stamp set. And with this one, this coordinates with the Modern Oval Punch, which is in the current mini catalog that goes out on January 3rd. I'm trying to grab a block here if you're wondering what I'm doing, because I wanted to show you this. Let me grab this. Okay, so I'm just going to take this block and I'm going to do this again. I'm going to use Moody Mauve again. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with pecan pie. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with pecan pie. Okay. So then stamp this down. Okay. And then I can take that Modern Oval Punch and it's not going to cut out this large area. It's just going to cut out the smaller inner area. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up like that. Okay, then I could take and put a different color oval in here. Let's say black, because it's handy. And then I can pop this up after I color it. Okay, or I can just leave that and just pop this. The other thing that you can do, another idea, is to stamp this on the outside of your card, cut this out, and then put it on the inside of your card and let the opening, this show through the opening, and then when you open the card, it would be on the inside. Okay, so there's just an idea for you. All right, that'll take care of that. Shows you how that works. And there are two images like that leave the outside words and cut out the inside, these two. And then this one here will just fit in that oval. Okay, so it's the perfect fit for that to go there. Plus it has hello, miss you, thanks, and congratulations. All right, so that's how that set works. And then I picked up the background stamp, Botanical Beauty, because I thought it was going to be cool. So that can be a wonderful background to put with even this image or the Enduring Beauty image. That will just be a really nice stamp set. So we've got that. And the brayers are coming back, so you could brayer color and make this an ombre. We're not going into that today, though. Okay, so let's move on. Oh, here we go. Here are the last couple of items that I picked up from the mini catalog, along with, nope, I didn't get any of the other paper. I only got the balloon paper. So I picked up this Pretty Peacock and Gold Metallic Ribbon. So this is, and this doesn't weigh anything. It's very, very lightweight. You can make a bow out of that. And because it's so thin and lightweight, it doesn't bulk up. It lays really, really flat. Okay. So, and it's gorgeous. It actually is very, you can actually see through that, the way it's woven. Okay, then we've got the Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock Foil Gems. These are both in the Forever Love suite, I think it's called. Let me look here. Forever Love, that is what it's called on page 15 of the annual catalog. And these are the only two pieces that I got. Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock Foil Gems. There's 100 pieces in here, so you get 50 of each, and 4mm and 5mm gems. So 25 of each size in each color. Okay, so you got those. And then I also got the iridescent foil gems, and again, you got 100 pieces. You get 50 in the 4mm and 50 in the 5mm. And those, they just are iridescent with some foil inside, so they really sparkle. Okay, and I think that's all of the annual catalog. All right, then I think I've got pretty much every, oh, wait a minute. This is in the annual catalog. Planted Paradise. This is what they call reversibles stamp set, and what that means simply is that well, I'm going to show you. I haven't put this together. This is one of those free items that we got for attending on stage. So for this one, what you're supposed to do is grab a piece of cardstock, and I'm going to go with Pretty Peacock for this one. And I don't know how this is going to stamp because these have not been cleaned, and this is the first time it's stamped. So it might not stamp super well, but we're going to try. Not too bad for a first inking. Okay. So then we're supposed to clean this up. And then you would flip it over to the other side. And get a lighter ink. We're going to ink that up. We're going to place it right over the top of this one. And it's going to fill in those pieces in a lighter. Okay. Okay, that's how a reversible stamp works. They're meant so you don't really have to color them. Okay, so let's put that away. All right. All right. Now that really is the last of the mini catalog stuff. All right. That away and that away. And then we will move on to the celebration items. And I'm just going to grab my book here and look at it. And let's start with the Watermelon Wonder. Oh, I take that back. I did not get everything in this catalog. This is a level 1 stamp set, which is free with $50. Okay, and this is a distinctive stamp set. I forgot to write that on here. But it is, isn't it distinctive? Yes, it says distinctive. So I need to mark that still. And then this is what it stamps like. It puts the lights and darks in there for you, so you can see that. Okay. All right, so I've got that one. And then the next item that I have is the Softly Stippled Designer Series paper. Let me grab that here. And I'll show you those. Okay. So here's the front. And here's the back. And then we've got front and the reverse. And front. And reverse. Front. And reverse. Okay. Front. Oh, for Pete's sake there. And reverse. It's not cooperating, the paper. There we go. So there's all the patterns. And hopefully you can see those all nicely. Okay. Now this designer series paper coordinates with the Stippled Roses bundle, which is on page 64 of the January to April mini. And this paper is free with a $50 purchase. Okay, so again, if you purchase $100, you could purchase this, and you could purchase the watermelon set if that's what you wanted to choose. Or you could take a 100 level, which we haven't gotten to yet, but we will soon. Okay, so next we have some more paper. I've got, actually, let's see if I can get that. Nope, I don't know. Okay. And this is called Most Adored. This is a 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper. And it has Flirty Flamingo, Real Red, and Gold. So here's gold. And then on the back side of this one, we've got this Flirty Flamingo marbled piece. And then we have a gold marble. And on the reverse of that is a plaid pattern at an angle. And then we've got this beautiful gold plaid. And yeah, let's just do it this way. Oop, I already got it flipped over, so might as well. Okay, so you've got the gold plaid, and then you've got these hearts in Flirty Flamingo, but they have a white flowered heart. It's not just a regular heart, it's a flowered heart. Okay, and then we've got gold roses. And on the reverse side of the gold roses is a red and white heart pattern. And then we've got gold and white hearts, gold foiled hearts. And this is my favorite right here. I love this Flirty Flamingo in Real Red plaid. And then we've got this gold, I don't know, lined paper, brush strokes, something. And then on the back of that is a textured paper with Flirty Flamingo hearts. Okay, so that is beautiful specialty paper. And this is also free with a $50 purchase. Okay. Next, we've got Heartfelt Hellos. And this is designed to coordinate with the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. This is in the current mini. And it is carrying over, so you'll be able to find it in the online exclusives once January 4th arrives. So these are meant to be able to punch out all of these. And here's another happy Mother's Day for you, thinking of you this Easter. Dad, love you more. Enjoy your day. Hello. This pretty much has you covered for the first 6 months of the year anyway. Okay, so we've got that. All right. And then we've got another designer series paper bundle, or not bundle, but designer series paper choice. This is called the Trusty Toolbox 12 by 12, and this is designed to go with the Trusty Tools bundle, which is in the January to April mini and on page 56. And the dies that are in there will actually cut out some of these images from the paper. Now, just so you'll know, I had told you on this one card that I used the ferns and cut them out. This is actually the sheet of paper that I cut it from. I just put my dies on here and cut it. It has just a tiny bit of texture, but that's how I got that. Okay, so you've got the tools, and then the plain Lost Lagoon. Wait a minute, is this the same one? Nope, this is a different one, actually. It is tools, but it's not the same as this one because the back side of the saw, the one with the hand saw, is actually grid paper in Lost Lagoon. Okay, so we've got that. And you've got some real red screwdrivers. And on the back of that sheet is a gray granite textured paper. We've got hammers in crushed curry. And on the back side of the hammer paper, we've got, looks like nuts and bolts plus some minus signs. Well, I guess that would be Phillips and yeah, a regular. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you've got real red and gray granite again. I think that's gray granite. Let me double check. Yep, gray granite. And on the back side of that is the Lost Lagoon. And you've got some screws and washers. And then you've got this crushed curry and gray with pecan pie pegboard on the back. And then this is that saw paper with this is the reverse side. Okay, so this is actually, if you're not into the tools, some of these papers will work great for masculine cards. And you don't have to use the tools. I plan to do some fussy cutting of some of these tools because I did not get the Trusty Tool bundle, but those will be fairly simple to fussy cut out and make some cards with. Okay, let's just pop this over here out of the way. Next, we're onto a coordinated set. And this is the last of the $50 level 1 choices. This Jungle Pal stamp set. So you get 5 cling mount stamps, and you get a tiger, a lemur, a sloth, a tiger, an alligator, or crocodile. Can't remember which is which with the longer snout, and then a toucan. But here's the other part that's really cool about this set is with a $100 purchase, level 2, you can get these coordinating dies. So these will cut all of your animals. Okay, so you've got a die for every animal. Let's see if I can remember where I got them from so I can put them back. Am I in the frame now? Yes. Okay, so we've got those. So you can cut all those. And then you get these 10 extra pieces. Okay, because this is a 15-piece die set. You've got 5 animals and 10 extra pieces. Okay. And I don't know that I remember where I got them from. Of course not. I'll have to figure it out because this was real. I think I took a picture of this one because it was really a puzzle. So let's put that back in there for now. Okay. So that's the Jungle Pals. And so with a $150 purchase, you can get the stamp set and the dies together, and they will cost you nothing. Okay. So we've got that. The next 100 level set is called Softly Sophisticated. This is a photopolymer stamp set, 7 pieces. It's a 2-step stamp. So these will fit into these, and then you've got 3 nice sentiments. And then they coordinate with the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder, which is 3D. Okay, so you cannot get these separate. They both come together, and they're a $100 level 2 choice. Okay, and finally, the last one is called Detailed Dogwood. This is also a level 2 choice, and it is a 10-piece cling mount stamp set. It coordinates with the Petal Park Builder Punch, and then this will also coordinate with the Alpha Best Punch, or Best Label Punch. That's what it's called. Best Label Punch. We'll punch this little image out here. So this Petal Park Builder Punch, this is the Best Label Punch, and then this is just a nice, I love these background pieces. Got a dragonfly here, and no, it does not fit the dragonfly punch. This image is too large for the small dragonfly and too small for the large. Did I say that right? I knew you would want those jungle ones, Jennifer. Those have Jennifer written all over them. Okay? All right. And then if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, right now you can do the Paper Pumpkin add-on dies. These coordinate with the January, February, and March Paper Pumpkins. The Love coordinates with the January Paper Pumpkin. The February Paper Pumpkin, I think, is the Easter Lily. And then this leaf coordinates with the March one. And then it has an extra label. But the thing about these add-on dies is that they will go with anything. So they don't actually cut out images, so they'll work for making just regular die cuts for all your projects. So I just wanted to show you those. Those are not a celebration item. They're just a Paper Pumpkin add-on that's in the store right this minute that you can get. And that is what I have for you today. So I'll bring those samples back in just so that you can see them. Make an informed decision maybe on some purchases that you might want to make. Okay, let's get all my little things here so you can see them and make some informed decisions. I really love this Enduring Beauty. That's going to be so much fun. All right, everybody, I will see you again at my regular time next week on Tuesday, and that will be right before the catalog goes live. So Not sure what we're doing for that live, but I'm sure we'll have some fabulous projects, show you some more new product in action, and have a great time getting together. All right. See you next week on Tuesday at 7. Good night, everybody.